One time, we successfully mated a bulldog with a Shih Tzu.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah, we called it a bullshit.
Okay, is this guy just making it up as he goes? Yep. Is it all BS? Yep. Here's Big Nate with some more BS, because it's BSing with Big Nate.
That was Crashing Atlas, the track, More Than a Feeling, of course, by Boston. And you know what that means, of course, going to be talking to the entirety of Crashing Atlas, all in separate locations today. That's a lot of fun. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, I want to start with that awesome music video. You guys, man, knocked it out of the park, except for Paul, who didn't grow a mustache. Major beef there, but love it. And I want to ask.
I thought I did have a mustache. Are you sure?
Not a real one.
We could tell.
Oh, true. Mine was the only. You're right.
We saw through it. You didn't commit, but
always calling me out on my facial hair. Always.
I love the video, and I want to ask first, before we go into the video itself, I want to ask about why'd you cover that track?
Good question. Yeah. Doug or Marina, I think one of you guys had the idea for it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I remember I said we should do it, and Paul said, no, we should do Peace of Mind. And then we all argued about it for like a week, because we never, ever can figure out what covers we should do, because we all just end up being like, no, we should do this song. And then I remember Doug and I were talking about it on the side, and we were like, we need to convince these dudes that like we got to do this song. And that's how we got it done. We just convinced them. But Paul still thinks we should have done Peace of Mind.
Yeah.
It was definitely an ambitious song to pick, of because it's such a classic song, and not until we started getting into tracking did we kind of realize a lot of the small nuances instrumentally on it, especially on the guitar and bass. So it was definitely like, when we picked it, we knew it was going to be like, we got to get this right. Like, we can't kind of half butt it, you know?
Yeah, we just realized how much Tom Schultz really is a god.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a major takeaway. So, I mean, from the jump, you guys were going to do a cover. It was just a matter of deciding which one. From deciding to, learning it, figuring it out, piecing it all together, how long until it was like fully laid down and kind of, I mean, obviously mixing and mastering is a little bit different, but like the product we see, how long did it take to orchestrate all that?
2 full months.
2 full months, yeah.
It's funny how it progressed, because we got the bones of it together rather quickly. Like, right after we decided we were doing the cover, we got the session prepped, and instrumentally, this was an interesting song, because we kind of did half the production here in-house and half with Felix, who we normally work with. He does a lot of really good drum and vocal production. So I feel like it got 80% of the way there really quickly, and then it was just that last 20% we kind of spent a bit making sure we got everything right.
I mean, it came out really, really good, and I think Marina's voice really shines on the track. And like you guys said, the original track is such a powerhouse. It's something that just stands out. So I think it's a strong single release and excellent candidate for a music video. I want to talk about that. Of course, played a little snippet at the beginning. The rest of it over on the YouTube page. But I want to start with the gold jumpsuits. Did you already own those?
No. What was crazy about it was, I think it was a day before the music video shoot. Everybody had no clue what we were actually going to be wearing. And it was almost like a big surprise when I got all this stuff in the mail. It all showed up to Felix's studio, and we start unboxing this stuff, and people can't believe their eyes when they're just pulling this stuff out. And I mean, I got it down to every single detail, including the white suede shoes. Like, I think it was a winner. So
I'm not.
Oh,
Gonna
I
lie.
definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. I just want to say, I'm not gonna speak for anybody else, but I'm 420 friendly, and I was like blazed when I saw them try on those outfits, and I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire freaking life.
No, I
The
mean,
box, that's the box. Like when we opened it all up, Doug had a box that had like there's probably 60 different types of fake mustaches, and so we're like the day of the shoot, we're all kind of fishing through and picking the ones we like. And Doug's like, "I want the handlebar one," and it was super ridiculous. And he's right, we had no idea that the outfits were gonna look like that. So it was a great surprise. Good job, Dougie, on that one.
no, it had me rolling. I mean, I love that everyone had a different wig and a different mustache. Like it was very unique. It was a ton of fun. You mentioned that it arrived at Felix's studio. Was it actually recorded in Felix's studio?
yeah, yep, right in his drum room.
It's got a very intimate feel, and I think it's kind of like you're being invited into something personal. I mean, but also like it maintains that fun level. But it's like a small private club show. So I think you guys really captured more than a feeling. Like a terrible pun there.
I love it. No, so every single one of our like original songs, when we do a video, it has like kind of like a serious connotation to it. So and if people know us personally, we are like the goofiest group of people that you'll ever meet, and we kind of wanted to do something that kind of showcased that. So it was a cool opportunity for us to do that.
I'm a big fan. So we're at a point, we're getting music videos, singles out. What's it looking like for the album?
Yeah, go ahead.
This past weekend was very eventful for us. We just filmed our first music video for the whole record, which came out so crazy. Like, we're so excited to get it finished. We're waiting on that to get all edited and stuff. We're planning on like future music videos after that. We're really trying to get everything like lined up so that once 2021 hits, we can like really come at people without these like gaps of inactivity or anything like that. Like, we want the whole release to be like a big experience, basically like a linear experience, not just people like waiting or any gaps of time.
Yeah. Excellent. So I want to mention something. Of course, we've talked about this in past episodes, that you guys have kind of taken this COVID-19 no-shows period and worked on content and kind of gotten ready for 2021, as you say. I found out before we did this that you guys have actually been further affected by COVID-19, and talk about that for a minute. What's going on, guys?
All four of us definitely have some part of the awful COVID-19 virus. That's a fact.
The no sense of smell has been the weirdest, because you don't realize how much you smell things until you don't have it.
Taste my ginger ale, guys. Wear your masks, because this really sucks. Like, it's
I sent like a text to everyone at 5, because we're on at like 7 or whenever we started. I sent a text at 5. Everyone slam your meds so that we're not dying when we go on with Nate.
I appreciate that, Paul. That's forward thinking. I love. Oh, yeah. I love the commitment.
Got to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly wouldn't wish this on my worst enemies. 2 nights ago was probably the worst night of my life. The shivers and the night sweats. I mean, they were just completely unbearable.
Oh, I mean, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad Paul told you to slam your meds, and I appreciate you taking the time. I'm really stoked on this music video. Yeah, I mean, if to watch the full video, definitely hop on over to Crashing Atlas's YouTube, or it's on their Facebook. I don't know. See, now I'm actually going to ask you that. Which would you prefer they watch on?
YouTube's. We also like Spotify too. I think it just went live on Spotify, so dealer's choice, whichever you guys like. YouTube's great because we definitely like keep up on all the comments on there. So we love replying to people on there, and people say, "Oh, we love the cover," and that kind of stuff is great.
If I may chime in, I think the best course of action: click our Facebook page, click the like, then scroll down, find the link, go to YouTube, click like on the YouTube link, then subscribe that. Make sure you push the notification bell as well.
Then go to our merch store.
All of the above.
Buy one of everything.
I mean, hey, it's not a bad way to start. And looking forward to what's coming up for you guys. Would love to have you on again. Right now, though, I think you all need to focus on getting better. So thank
Yeah.
you for joining me.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Nate.
Happy to be here.
Always a good time.
All right, you guys have a great Friday the 13th.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate it, man.
Take it easy, Nate.